Everybody wants change until change feels uncomfortable. Everybody says they want change, a new life, better habits, more peace, more success. But real change is uncomfortable because growth requires breaking patterns, and patterns feels safe, even unhealthy ones. People love the idea of transformation but struggle with the process behind it. The process is repetitive, slow, uncomfortable. It requires consistency when motivation disappears. It requires discipline when nobody applauds. And that's where many people quit. Not because they can't grow, but because discomfort convinces them they are failing. But the thing is, discomfort is often proof that change is happening. For instance, muscles grow through resistance. When you're doing some exercise, those resistance and exercise builds your muscles. The same way, mindset grows through challenge. Character also grows through pressure. So you cannot become someone new while staying attached to every old habit, because transformation costs something. It costs comfort, it costs excuses, procrastinations, but the reward is worth it, because on the other side of discomfort is a stronger version of yourself. So, my challenge is choose one uncomfortable action this week that support your growth, and do it even if you don't feel ready. Your inner peace becomes your reality. The longest conversation you will ever have is the one you have with yourself. And many people speak to themselves more harshly than anyone else ever could. Like, a lot of us have quite very difficult to ourselves when we are reflecting, oh, I shouldn't have done it. Why did I even do it? We cannot own it up to people, but with ourselves in our private places, we reflect and we feel, oh, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't. We became very hard to our own self. Sometimes it could be, I'm not good enough. I always feel I will never change. This is me. And over time, those thoughts becomes beliefs, and beliefs shapes our behavior. External pressure is always already intense enough. The last thing you need is becoming your own enemy mentally. So your inner voice matters, because the way you speak to yourself affects your confidence, your decisions, your energy, your future. You cannot build a healthy life on constant self hatred, because motivation grows where belief exists, and belief starts with language. So if your belief system is broken by how you think, how can you get motivated? That doesn't mean that pretending life is perfect. It means refusing to constantly destroy yourself mentally. Correct yourself without condemning yourself. Let's learn to correct ourselves in a kind way without condemning ourselves. Learn to encourage yourself. Learn to speak hope over yourself. Learn to speak possibility over yourself, because eventually your mind believes what you repeat consistently every time. My challenge for you today is to catch every negative thing you say about yourself this week and consciously replace it with something constructive and something truthful. Some people are so used to chaos, they are used to a chaotic environment. Not everyone feels comfortable in peace. I'm telling you, not everybody feel comfortable in a peaceful environment. So when they see some people showing them kindness and some certain peace, they feel like they have ulterior motive, because they are used to chaos. They don't feel comfortable when they see good. It's that crazy. Some people are so used to chaos that calmness feels unfamiliar to them. So they create problems, they create arguments, they create drama, they create confusion. Not always intentionally, or they don't do it intentionally, but because chaos became normal to them. Many people have mistake emotional intensity for connection. If it's dramatic, they think it's deep. If it's unstable, they think it's passion. But healthy relationships should not constantly exhaust you, because peace is not boring. Stability is not weakness. Sometimes the healthiest thing you can do is stop romanticizing emotional chaos. Real love communicates, real friendship respects boundaries, real connections feels safe. If every interaction leaves you emotionally drained, that's not normal. Protect your nerves, protect your system, because constant chaos changes people psychologically. Because research have shown that constant chaos changing people psychologically, it increases their anxiety, stress, emotional fatigue, and many people don't even realize they are addicted to emotional turbulence because it's all they've known. So healing sometimes feels boring at first because your mind is adjusting to peace, but peace is where growth actually happens. So, my challenge is for you to pay attention to relationships and environments that constantly create emotional chaos and begin distancing yourself from unnecessary drama. Money can't heal a life you neglected. Everybody wants success. Everybody wants more money, more status, more opportunities. And there is nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that ambition. But many people are sacrificing their health, relationships, and peace, chasing lifestyles they don't even have time to enjoy. People are becoming financially driven but emotionally disconnected, and eventually they discover something painful. Money can solve certain problems, yes, but it cannot heal a neglected life. It cannot restore years of burnout instantly. It cannot replace genuine connection. It cannot repair every emotional wound. Success without balance becomes another form of suffering. You need more than income. You need stability. You need rest. You need meaning, because a healthy life is wealth too. The ability to sleep peacefully, the ability to laugh genuinely, the ability to be present with people you love. Those things matters. Don't build a life where your achievements grows while your well-being disappears. Because eventually your body will demand the balance your ambitions ignored. So my challenge is this week, spend intentional time investing in a part of your life that money cannot buy, which is your health, your relationships, and your inner happiness. The fear of being judged is ruining people's lives. So many people are not living their real lives, they are living edited versions of themselves. Versions designed to avoid criticism, to avoid rejection, and to avoid judgment. This people are terrified of being seen failing, terrified of embarrassment, terrified of looking awkward, terrified of what people might say. And because of that fear, dreams stay ideas. People don't apply, people don't create, people don't speak up, people don't try, not because they lack talent, but because they fear opinions. But here's the truth, people will judge you no matter what. If you succeed, they will talk. If you fail, they will talk. If you change, they will talk. So don't build your life around avoiding conversations you can't control. Don't live your life around things that you can't control, because the cost of constant self consciousness is enormous. You become smaller, you become quieter, you become less authentic of yourself. You stop expressing yourself fully, and eventually you become a stranger to your own potential. Look, freedom begins when you realize that most people are too focused on themselves to think about you as much as you fear. And even if they do judge you, their opinions cannot live your life for you. Your future should not be controlled by spectators. It shouldn't. Don't allow it. So, my challenge is, do one thing this week that you've been avoiding because of fear of judgment. Speak up, post your ideas, wear what you want, dress like you dream, or even try something new publicly.